my bad. I'm having some technical difficulties. Start again. Mind Haanel Star people. Welcome to Stop, Drop, and Meditate. My name is Envy McKee. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Today is Friday, so that means this is our last Stop, Drop, and Meditate for this week. But that's okay. We have already finished chapter 4 of the Master Key System, so I actually don't need to read. I don't need to read that, but we can practice clearing our mental space by not actually saying I'm clearing my mental space, by focusing on the breath. That's what we're going to be doing today, focusing on the breath. So I don't want to get too far off of our schedule. So we are going to do the neck rolls real quick. What is happening here? And we're going to find my music. Hope that isn't a booty one. It's a little booty, but it'll be fine. Remember, we are here for an hour. And just because I'm here and this space is open for an hour does not mean you have to stay for an hour. You can stay for 5 minutes, you can stay for 6 minutes, you can stay for 23 minutes, however long you feel. I am holding the space for you. I am sitting with a reverent understanding that we are all here to connect and find, to be one with the one. And so I'm going to hold that oneness as I sit. And you can come in just as they do in Sangha and sit at any point in this meditation. Come and go as it makes sense for you. Come and get the good vibes and leave if you need to. But I'm going to be here for the duration of the hour. So that's why it's going to be an hour. Yes. Okay. So we're going to do our neck rolls. You're going to start by taking your chin and putting it to your chest. Stretching out the back of the neck. Probably one of the most underrated and underutilized and undercared for parts of the body, the back of the neck. Head backwards, stretching out the front. Yes. Feel left. Right. We're going to do the neck roll. Other side. Center. I'm going to actually read the tail end of what we were discussing yesterday, just so you know what your focus is. Keep your eyes closed. You are listening for that which resonates with you. You're listening as though I'm about to tell you the greatest secret you have ever heard in your entire existence. Like, what? I had no idea. And just breathe. Thought is a mode of motion and is carried by the law of vibration, the same as light or electricity. It is given vitality by the emotions through the law of love. It takes form and expression by the law of growth. It is a product of the spiritual I, hence its divine, spiritual, and creative nature. From this, it is evident that in order to express power, abundance, or any other constructive purpose, the emotions must be called upon to give feeling to the thought so that it will take form. How may this purpose be accomplished? This is the vital point. How may we develop the faith, the courage, the feeling which will result in accomplishment? The reply is by exercise. Mental strength is secured in exactly the same way that physical strength is secured, by exercise. We think, sometimes perhaps with difficulty the first time. We think the same thing again and it becomes easier this time. We think it again and again. It then becomes a mental habit. We continue to think the same thing. Finally, it becomes automatic. We can no longer help thinking this thing. We are now positive of what we think. There's no longer any doubt about it. We are sure. We know. Last week I asked you to relax, to let go physically. This week I'm going to ask you to let go mentally. If you practice the exercise given you last week, 15 or 20 minutes a day in accordance with the instructions, which was generally just being able to relax, and anyone who cannot consciously do this quickly and completely is not master of herself. She's not obtained freedom. She's still a slave to conditions. But I shall assume that you have mastered the exercise and are ready to take the next step, which is mental freedom. This week, after taking your usual position, remove all tension by completely relaxing. Then mentally let go of all adverse conditions, such as hatred, anger, worry, jealous, envy, sorrow, trouble, or disappointment of any kind. You may say that you cannot let go of these things, but you can. You can do so by mentally determining to do so, by voluntary intention and persistence. The reason that some cannot do this is because they allow themselves to be controlled by the emotions instead of by the intellect, which that's a whole other thing. But those who will be guided by the intellect will gain the victory. And I'm going to say those who will be guided by spirit will gain the victory. You will not succeed the first time you try, even though you can. But practice makes permanent, not perfect. This is with everything else. And you must succeed in dismissing, eliminating, and completely destroying these negative and destructive thoughts, because they are the seed which is constantly germinating into discordant conditions of every conceivable kind and description. So essentially what it is saying is get into alignment. And as you get into alignment, as you practice getting into alignment, Meditation is a practice. It's not something you just, do one time and, oh, look, I've got it. It is a persistent unfoldment of your soul as you walk the planet and persistently unfolding and growing and becoming a better human, hopefully. Meditation is the anchoring point. It is the foundational piece to your work as you open your eyes and walk the planet. There has to be a silence and a movement, a stillness and a movement, if you will. They say that prayer is how you talk to God, how you speak your dreams into existence, and meditation is how you listen for the instructions to do so. Two sides to this gorgeous coin: stillness and movement. And so you were breathing, you were getting information, you were saying, I am available for more good than I ever hoped for, realized, imagined, or manifested in my life before. I am available. I am available. I am willing to let go of any and everything that would hinder me from my greatest good. I am letting go of all that wishes to shackle me to my current circumstances. I am letting go. I am willing. I am available. I am on assignment. I am on a mission. And rather than align with our intellect, which is important, or how we feel about something, which is too important, these are tools. We're aligning with spirit. We're aligning with our highest potential. There is a greatness that each of us has. There is a highest source that each of us has access to, that is a part of us. It is not outside of us. It is on the inside. Closer than our breathing, nearer than our hands and feet. As we sit right now in this moment, we are seeking to align with that highest source, that highest potential, that highest being. Even if it seems like it's only a nugget hidden underneath so much other stuff. That highest potential is there. It's always there. It's always whispering. It's always broadcasting. It's always connected. Your job is to clear a space so that the connection is brighter. That instead of being filled up with all this muckety muck, as Dr. Beckwith calls it, holy caca, we allow the light to fill us instead. And right now, you've made so much room already that light is pouring in from the top of your head, from the source of all that exists, and is filling you up with light. And you're watching it pour in, and it's so bright. It's like water. This silver, turquoise, blue, gold, gorgeous water of light. It starts foundationally under your feet, and then it pours you in like a mold. Just watch every part of you fill up with this gorgeous light. as it fills up, more colors are added. Violet, purple, red, orange, yellow, green. Of course, they're representing the colors of the chakras, but somehow they're all intermixing. And the more you fill up, the more you realize you are one with everything. You are everything. And you're beginning to understand the meaning of I am that. I am. You're seeing yourself in all sentient beings. Every rock, mineral, every tree, sentient, every plant, every blade of grass, every particle of air, every person, every animal, every idea. You're relinquishing this idea of separation. And even seeing possibilities in the people you don't like or don't agree with. I'm not saying right now you're hanging out with them, but you're just seeing the possibilities. If you see yourself coiling under, ask yourself why. These are your brethren and sister, and they might be lost. They might be disgusting. They might be problematic. But they too are one with the one. They too are cells in this body. And we are all here to birth the beloved community, a world that works for everyone. Now we understand that as the vibration of this planet rises, if the people who do not wish to rise too, the trifling ones, if you will, they may not make it. They may not be able to hold the vibration of the new earth, which is why they are fighting so hard to keep the vibration low. Their fear. They may not know they're doing this, but that's the idea. They're afraid to change, to grow, to evolve. And so their comfort, they're fighting for their little selves. They're fighting for their limitations. They're fighting for an old way long dead. They have not studied the wisdom of star Auntie Mama Toni Morrison that anything dead coming back to life has got to hurt. And they're hurting. You can look in their faces and see their pain. Their dry, dull, lifeless, dead faces. They are the walking dead. They are the zombie apocalypse. And so in knowing that vibrationally they cannot handle an evolving planet, a new earth, a beloved community, do you spend your time arguing with them, fighting with them? No. You find a place of compassion because that's who you are fundamentally. You love up on them because there is life after life. You realize that potentially they will dissolve energetically. you focus on your work. What are you here to do? Certainly hold the space so they can't do more damage than they would want to. But certainly you continue to raise your vibration. Certainly you continue to be a beacon of hope and light and joy. You continue to practice and do your work. Certainly. Because that's what you're here to do. Certainly you're here to see your connection to all there is. So that you can be a beneficial presence on this planet. So that you can help usher in and be a source of encouragement for those who are struggling. So folks can see your life and say, yes, I can do that too. And so we brave, and we do our work, and we practice, and we get better every day. And we make our practice a priority because we know what's at stake. And we allow our practice to be a source of joy, to be our sanctuary, to be a quantum leap from where we were to where we are, and potentially where we're designed to be, our highest potential. Remembering that we are the dream of life itself. So with this as a foundation, we breathe, focus on the breath. We ask powerful questions. What is real? What is true? What is unfolding through this experience? What is my mission? What will you have me do? Where will you have me go? What will you have me say? And to whom? That is how we get into formation. Focus on the breath and breathe. Where's your attention? Always bring it back to the breath. Your connection to the now. You cannot breathe in the past or the future. Always right now. Where's your attention? Always find your way back to the breath. That's where your power is. You cannot breathe in the past or the future, always now. And right now. If you find yourselves bombarded with thoughts, just watch the breath. Watch the breath as it goes in your nose and out. Feel the air cooler going in than when it comes out. Watch the tip of your nose from inside your mind. Pay attention to how the air enters the body, raises the abdomen. Pay attention to where the breath goes in the lungs. Feel your cells being oxygenated. Feel your muscles relaxing. Your cells plumping. Life is possible through breath. And every time you breathe, you give yourself life. tension. We're at the home stretch. For those of you who have been in this gathering the entire time. Breathe. Always find your way back to the breath. The ebb and flow of life. The trust required to breathe. The air quality is good enough to sustain life. That there is something beyond you. That creates this gorgeous, life-giving ecosystem. You didn't create these systems, and yet you benefit from them. And as you begin to see your place in all things, you begin to find your way into alignment. You begin to question the practices of those who would want to destroy these ecosystems and make it harder for you to breathe. A sense of urgency. While still maintaining your peaceful birthright. What must I do? What am I here to do? What is my mission? Breathe. The answers are forthcoming. ourselves back into our bodies, relishing in these last few deep breaths in sanctuary, in this gorgeous virtual gathering in our safe space. We are remembering the insights that came forth. We are remembering how gorgeous the space was that we made. And that this, our inner sanctuary, our true sanctuary, our literal body temple, is a place we can come to at any point, any time. It is not reserved for once a day or twice, as many times as you need, to remember who you are, to get in alignment and in formation. This is the design of our body temples, to be the space that we come to get free. To be the place that remember that we are free, always free. And so we are so grateful for the ancestors, the angels, the ascended masters, and all those who are guiding us from other realms, who are surrounding us with love, keeping us safe and, in some cases, sane. Who are holding the high watch as we do our work to raise our own vibrations so that we might be free to walk the new earth as it persistently emerges through and as us. We are grateful for the unfoldment of our souls. We are persistently unfolding our souls. We are persistently doing our divine work. We are persistently remembering what that divine work is. We are fearlessly coming into the fold of all that might be known as star people, those who might be known as light workers, love workers, healers, mystics, guides, artists, creators, spiritual adepts. Whatever we might call ourselves, we are coming into the folds together. We are finding one another. We are seeking and becoming and being our highest versions of ourselves, and we are connecting this divine entwine of mirth, this joining of joy, and we are remembering the beloved community that we were born to birth, that we volunteered to be on this planet to bring forth. We might have gotten sidetracked by life, by the firmament, by the lost ones who have seen to overpopulate this planet. We have forgotten ourselves and we are remembering ourselves, and so the zombie apocalypse will not be what we think it to be. The dissolution of the lost souls, the ones that have forgotten themselves and are too far gone to return. We bless them on their journey as we raise the vibration of this planet of light, of love, of joy, of peace, of truth. And while it seems like the world has gone crazy, it is the dying world that is crazy, holding on for its little life. But it is already a foregone conclusion. It is dead. Anything that is not growing is soil, and so we bless it as it transmutes itself into growing material. And each of those souls who might join the dying earth, thank you for your work. Thank you for your contribution to the unfoldment of our souls remember to pray for ourselves and each other. We remember to speak the truth. Speak the word, to know the word. The word is not in any book, it's in our souls. It can be in a book, but it's in our souls. And this knowing, and this breathing, and this loving, and this joyful dance of life, we allow it to be, and we say the words, and so it is, and so be it. And when we find the joy, we come into agreement and we say, amen. Amen, Ashe, Shalom, Salam, Namaste, Sat, Nam, Lavayan Haanel. Continue your practice over the weekend, and I shall see you Monday. Love and light to you. Peace and joy. Love you madly.